We're back.
Guys.
We're back. We've been gone for a long time. It was a long minute. It was tax season.
We were very busy and
Yes.
we were super stressed out.
We had a lot of hiccups this tax season, so
Yes, guys. This was like the
It
most
was-
intense tax season I
Oh my
had
God.
ever experienced in my life.
yes, we had a few crashes. So first, our internet went out, and then the server crashed. I went into depression. I thought I had lost all my files. Iba a cerrar. Y dije, no, pues ya. Everyone was like, okay, I guess we're going to go apply for
I was already applying
Everything was gone.
completely. And
I literally was here one night till like about almost 2 a.m. So all of our files essentially were gone. Gone. Everything was gone. All the work that we had worked on, anything that was pending was gone. Todo. So then, by some miracle of God, I thought to myself, what if I go on Craigslist and I find that same server that crashed on me? Like, what if I can find it? Because it was from 2008, I think. Well, I found it. And I went in the middle of the night. I went, picked it up, brought it back. I had an IT guy. I'm not doing all of this myself.
and she calls me like at 12 a.m. and she was
Oh,
like,
yes.
Sara, ¿dónde está tu? I don't even think I answered, right?
Yes, I was like, is there anything in the hard drive that you need? And you're like, no, just save the office.
Yeah, it was intense. But anyway, now we're back and
Tax
we
season
are
is over, so we are finally getting it
ready
back
to
together.
give you guys all the chisme.
No
Not
chisme.
kidding. We don't have any chisme really, but
Do I? Do you? She's mad about what?
no. Tax season is over. Now we're able to focus on life and
Life. Estamos muy mal.
es que perdimos la práctica, ya.
I know.
Ahí vamos bien y ahora ya.
We're losing our mojo.
No, but
No,
like
I mean, I think, well, this is part of what we need to readjust. Because even like when tax season finishes and I come out, I feel like I don't even know what the outside world looks like. Like to feel the sun, to feel air, like it's a trip. Like it's a trip to have like
That
weekends.
freedom.
Yes, like the weekends, like
Yeah.
hacer lo que quiera. Like I'm just like, really? I could do whatever I want. So I think right now we're readjusting again, you know? But it's also a good readjustment. Like we can focus on what can we do to things
Yeah,
better
we can
next
actually-
year, how we can focus on doing this better, you know? Y que la gente nos diga qué quieren saber de nosotras. That's what I want to know. Yes? No? Can we have some comments?
I do want to touch topic on
What?
what's been happening recently with like these influencers who are getting
Oh my God. The ones
unalived.
I got.
Porque no hace mucho que pasó lo de la muchacha Valeria Márquez. And
Yes.
I feel like
That is something that is concerning.
it's concerning. I mean, actually, like it makes you think a little bit about like what we're doing right now, which is like the whole podcast. Like we expose a lot
Of
of ourselves,
and
and
where
it
we're
just
at.
gets you
We are.
thinking a little bit. Like it got me thinking. It had me in my head.
In your
for-
head? I'm sure it did.
Like-
Like when I first heard about it, I honestly thought it wasn't true. Like I was like, this is not true, you know? And then later on, I saw the actual footage of it happening, and then it's very eerie because you see her going through the motions of also feeling uncomfortable and knowing like deep down she knew like something wasn't right.
Yeah.
And that goes to show that you really have to follow your gut and when it comes to certain situations or whatever. But I just think that this is, in my opinion, in regards to that, she was very young. And this is a new norm for a younger generation, like like people in their early 20s.
Yeah.
And I don't think they know how to handle social media yet, or maybe they think, you know, whoever shot her thought it was cool that it was going to be done live. Like this is just, it's a whole different, what's that word? It's something different that we have to worry about. And I just don't think people are also at that age. You think things through. Like you really think, like you
Yeah,
think
sí
at
estaba
that
joven.
age in your early 20s, like si alguien te deja, you think it's the end of the world.
Oh, that's
And you
true.
think like, if she's not going to be with me, then she's not going to be with anyone. And you do things that are very impulsive. And with social media, these impulses are being caught. Now people are recording everything. Now everything is documented.
Yeah.
So it's worrisome because some people might think it's cool. Some people might think like, oh, this girl's always live and she thinks she's all that. Fuck that, I'm gonna fuck with her while she's live. I'm gonna find her. You don't know. People can become
It is
obsessive.
scary.
And it is concerning. I don't worry about it myself because I mean, I don't do lives like that. I don't think I expose myself the way that person did. I just think that in that age group,
Might have not only been the fact that she was exposing herself. Like, I mean, we don't know like the type of people that she was.
I mean,
Around,
her
you know?
friends seemed like they weren't really her friends, like there was a little bit of mistrust there.
That's true. That sucks. It just
And then
sucks.
she was also dating someone that maybe is at that age. You think it's, I mean, you're going to tell me you don't think it's cool to date a
course.
narco? You don't think it's cool to
Pues
date
sí,
somebody
yo
that
de
has money?
chiquilla, o sea, cuando yo tenía, when I was in my early 20s, that's when I started dating. And like,
And you
know,
thought
I
that
was like,
cool.
yeah, because you're so like,
It's a narc.
no, he's not.
No, but I mean, sometimes you date people who make easy money because it provides a different life. Something that I can tell you from coming from nothing to where I'm at, easy money, así como llega el dinero fácil, así se te va.
That's true.
And to me, I've been through a lot where at the end of the day you just have to work hard and that's going to be more rewarding. But I don't think that age group understands that yet. I mean, and everyone's evolving.
Yeah.
So it just sucks. I really feel bad for her and her family. And,
yeah, it does suck. It sucks like,
and it doesn't look
the
like
fact
anyone's
that
going to get justice.
it was all
recorded.
grabado. Yeah.
Yeah. It is sad.
Like your last moments, your last mirada, your last everything.
And she was very pretty. She was successful. She had a lot going on for her. And envidia, I think it was envidia that took her out.
Definitely.
And that's a shame, because
yeah.
And the sad thing is that there's always gonna be haters.
Some haters, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think this is gonna be something that like is gonna maybe become a regular thing? Maybe porque 2 días después it happened to another influencer girl, So do you think this is gonna be something that
I mean,
kind
I
of like a
hope not.
trend
Like
type
a
of
trend?
thing?
I want to say no because I don't wish that to happen on
I
anyone.
know, but I just feel like these fucking people are so sick in the head, like
Yeah, it's just rough.
O sea, they kind of see it as a game, or I don't know. Está triste la cosa, está difícil todo esto de lo de la social media, porque
I mean, look at us. We're over here trying to do this podcast, but it also comes with repercussions. Like people watch it, people criticize us, people are like, "Oh, you should talk about this, you should talk about that," or "Why don't you?" And it's hard. Like you don't want to just throw everything out there, and then just because we're here doesn't mean that whatever you see from us here means you know who we really are. Like you really don't. Unless you come and you kick it here, you're not gonna know me.
yeah. I've had stalkers before.
Really?
Yes. So it's pretty scary.
What
No,
kind of
I'm
stalkers?
serious. Like okay, so there was one, the first one. Let me tell you
Cuéntanos.
guys this creepy one. Okay, so cuando yo trabajaba at the dispensary, there would always be like this regular client, and he would always want to come get
His stuff?
served by me,
Okay.
And one day, like, he was just like, "Oh, what are you doing today?" And I was just like, "I don't know, I'll probably go to the gym and then go home and I don't know, whatever." So then that night I went to the gym with Paloma.
Okay.
And then we were gonna go to our regular gym, and then I was like, let's just go to this other one,
Okay.
So then al final we just went to that same one we always go to. Tell me why
Ahí estaba.
we're walking into the gym and this guy is walking out of the gym. And I was freaking out because I was like, and then once we got in there, I told Paloma about it. And we're like, okay, well, let's just leave,
Yeah.
But when we're leaving, he's walking back in.
Oh.
Yes. So that was the first one. And then also one time, like, I was leaving the dispensary y yo andaba en mi moto toda así chingona.
Uh-huh.
And I just see him. I'm literally riding my moto.
Okay.
And I just see him driving behind me.
Oh my God,
Yes.
that is creepy.
That was like the creepy one. After that, like I told the guys at the dispensary and they just like banned him from,
Really?
from going in there.
Ya
Yeah.
no entró?
Ya no entró. And then
Sound like coincidence to me though.
You think so?
it's not though. It's not. Because if I go into detail about the conversation, you know, where it's like, oh, I'll usually go to either this gym or this gym, you know, and
Pero te preguntó.
yes,
Oh.
it's not a coincidence. It's not.
Me puede pasar a mí, like some girl have
Yeah, no,
conversation.
it was not a
I happen to go and
coincidence.
make some creeper, he's
I
so
would
like,
think, you know what I would think? The red string theory. And I'd be like, oh my God, maybe we're meant to be.
Oh, hell no. No way. No.
Me ha pasado a mí
Okay.
where I look like the creeper and all like,
No. And then also
Luego?
the TikTok one.
Oh, I know. That scared me.
That
I remember
one
you're
was
all
scary too.
paniqueada.
Hella paniqueada.
Yeah.
So in me TikTok, I have like a couple followers and I can go live on TikTok, you know? And one time I was live on TikTok and this person was like, something about me taking my son to soccer practice, you know? And then I was like, oh no, he doesn't have practice today. You know, he has practice Saturday. And then this person in the comments, he was like, okay, well, I'm getting off your live. I'll see you at
that
the
particular
park
park.
on Saturday. He named the park, you know? And then I freaked out. I was just like, what the, like, who is this person? Like, they have no photo. They just had like a picture of like a character on there and no followers, like just random person, you know?
It has to be someone that knows you.
I don't know. I screenshot the profile and I blocked them, but I mean, that doesn't mean
That they can't find you?
they can't find me. But si yo que soy nadie, you know, que si yo que soy nadie está pasando por algo así,
Yeah,
like
that is scary.
imagine like these influencer girls who are on live all the time. They have like 7,000, 8,000.
And I'm
a
sure some
bunch
guys
of-
become obsessed, like se obsesionan, you know? And that's
yeah, they do. It's
gross.
weird. It's weird.
scary.
Yeah, I mean, because sometimes when you're on there, like you're answering stuff that like can obviously give out information. If people are actually out there trying to put puzzles together and try to figure something out, like with the little information that you put out, like I'm pretty sure that they can. I mean, she can lead her, make.
I mean, at the
Go
end of the
towards that
day, if
path.
somebody wants to find you, they're going to find you. That's just, and
Yeah.
but what I'm saying is, what you're saying is that were there things that she did throughout her life to get her to the point where she was at? Yes. I mean, she dated certain people. She probably hung out with certain people. She involved herself in certain situations where put her in danger without her even knowing it, just because at that moment you think it's cool. Like you do things thinking, I mean, in
Being
a way
an
you could say
influencer,
she's
you
creating
know?
her portfolio. Like, yes, I get that to some extent, but you're also in Mexico where shit doesn't play by the rules over there. And that's just the reality. It's not like LA. It's not, you know?
But even out here, we just don't hear about it because aquí las noticias, pues, they don't cover a lot of that stuff, you know?
Yeah,
But
but I
there's
don't think
still
it happens
crazy
at
people.
the extent over there.
A lot of the times it's like a psycho ex bugging this girl who has a boyfriend already, who like no se aplaca y este se enoja. You know, it's not always just the female that's like,
Wanting the attention.
yeah, because sometimes honestly, guys are just, not all of them, obviously, but sometimes I feel like men can't control their emotions sometimes more
Or they
than
can't
females.
take no for an answer.
I guess, yeah.
So, regardless, I'm sure this girl didn't deserve to
Of
you know.
course, yeah.
and
Nobody
not
deserves
it
to get.
it just sucks that her actions and people she's associated with got her here.
I think it's more of like the people that she's associated with,
Yeah.
you know, because actions, pues, I mean, you're free to do whatever you want, you know, like if she wanted to aceptar regalos de la gente or she wanted to go out with her girlfriends or
Yeah.
if the man got jealous and he fucking took
her
her
out.
life or if the friends are celosas.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll never know the
Actions.
real story. Because everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
everything's already going to get.
I mean, everything's whatever we assume, and yeah. Ya pasó, ya que ya vamos a hacer.
So sad. I feel
It is. We were all traumados for like 48 hours.
literally 2 nights ago. I fell back into that rabbit hole
Of looking at stuff?
Yeah, and all night I just couldn't sleep. I felt like I was trying to figure something out in my head. I was trying to solve a case in my head. Like all night, I just stayed up tossing and turning and like thinking. And then as soon as I woke up, I was like, bro, what the fuck was I trying to figure out? Like, what was I trying to solve, But
Yeah.
I remember it was because I went down that.
I'm sure you worry about it just because.
Oh, yeah, because...
Yeah, because it's something that you do to some extent, and it made you, and then it was everything was just fresh. The whole park thing, and then that happened, and then, you just don't know. You just like forget it, cancel.
Yeah.
Mejor ponte a hacer impuestos, Sahara. Yeah.
It's por eso. Well, that's why you saw me in there fucking trying to...
Like, how do you do
trying to
this?
figure that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then also maybe this is a reality check that a lot of girls in that age need to,
I think
see
it's like in
slap in
general
the
for
face.
any age, like who you trust, and as women, like who we go out with, because
you just don't know.
these que fueron las amigas por celos or por envidiosas. Actually, las amigas por envidiosas y el exnovio por celoso,
Por celoso.
So it's like we just have to,
be careful.
Yeah.
The reason why I mentioned that age group is just because I think social
more
media
vulnerable.
is so important to like the younger crowd. Like if you don't have a certain amount of followers, if you don't have a certain amount of likes, it's a drug. You post something and you're waiting to see how many hits you're gonna get, how many likes. And thankfully, that's not something that I didn't have that growing up, but I can't imagine, like my daughter this is her norm, having Instagram. I didn't have that. I didn't have, my first social media was freaking MySpace when I was in college. Yeah, and it was a platform where you created like a page to like showcase yourself. It wasn't something where there was a lot of feedback, like in between people. Does that make sense? So I think that is the thing that I think is a little concerning. Like you think social media is real. Social media is not real. That's not life. People don't even know how to talk to people anymore. Sales a la calle, no sabes saludar, and it's just like that's not okay. Constantly seeing people liking you and sending you money, like it's to some extent.
Yeah, so
it's
it's exactly like the dancing trends. Like one person does a dancing video, it pops off, everyone starts trying to do it because they think like maybe I'm gonna start getting all those likes. Exactly how the killing thing too,
Yeah.
Copy paste. That's just what everyone's been
doing.
Acostumbrados a hacer.
Pues social media is not real.
Luckily,
you guys.
I feel like I think we were lucky enough to grow up during the time where like it just started coming out. So like we still had like a sense of like what life actually is without social media and the internet and stuff.
Yeah.
So we still got to enjoy like our childhood, and then we literally stepped into the internet and social media once we were like at an age where maybe we can like
we're a little more mature.
Yeah, and now like these kids, they're born into all this social media stuff, like my kid.
Yeah.
He's already on the internet with like, me posting photos of him, that's already him being on the internet.
He's already
like,
exposed.
We weren't exposed like that.
No, yeah.
So
this
I
is
think
true.
we were very, very blessed. We're like the last generation to have some sort of like
there's nothing
sense.
wrong with it either. I just think you have to know how to use it and how to make it, work for you as opposed to go against you. And I just think that's where
I feel like sometimes it backfires on people, like it works for them and then they end up like, something wrong always happens. Like, por ejemplo, like that Ashley girl. Was that her? Ashley Trevino. Ash Trevino, how she was popping off. Like she was, all...
Well, she was popping off for the wrong
and
reasons.
Then, but people
were still giving her attention.
People are so like sick in the head that they like still follow they still followed her, like, and they still, some people still would support her. And now she's...
I think now she's done, no?
Yeah, she's done. So it's like, it can work for some people and then boom, gone.
But that's what that's why I'm saying they can't just be your only thing. Like you can't be like, this is what I live off of. This is what I serve. This is like your everything. Like to me, like it can't.
I think it blows in people's face when they do it as an act, that they're not really that act in real
That's not
life.
really who they are.
Yeah,
And then
later
they get
on,
exposed.
they get exposed, so they just
That's true.
run out of like things.
Yeah,
so
you know, they
Like
can't.
they don't know
follow
how
the
to be
life.
that person, so it's like,
That sounds
yeah.
like a lot.
I mean, and that sounds like everybody. Like literally everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a client tell me that one time they bumped into some clown or something that would do like videos, and that he went up to him thinking that he was gonna be like, you know, funny or like interact with him, but that
And
he
he
was
was a dick?
super socially awkward. That he like got scared and like he walked away. He's like he couldn't even pudo saludar, and I was just like, damn, that's a trip. Like it's in real life, some people don't know how to interact with each other. Like I ain't got no jokes right now.
That's funny.
Well, imagine me when I'm at the store and somebody's like, hey, tengo una pregunta. And I'm like, what?
Do you feel you are somewhat
I'm
addicted to
addicted.
social media?
Do I feel like I'm addicted?
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm not saying it in
I think I am.
um,
Because if I wasn't, it would just be so easy for me to delete
delete it.
my Instagram and all that, you know? And I've never deleted my Instagram. Maybe just once because I had a toxic boyfriend.
And you had to like block him.
I had to delete my Instagram.
Oh,
But now after that, I was just like, pa qué, you know? But there's times where I feel like maybe I should get off social media and just take a social media break.
a social media break.
Pero nunca.
You can't. You're too
I
addicted.
can't. I'm like, I need that shit.
I think in the beginning when I got TikTok, it was a lot. Like I would get consumed in it for like hours at a time. Like I was just like
You don't
scrolling.
anymore?
No. Like if I'm here, I don't. I sleep now. I can't stay up. I mean, I don't know porque soy más vieja. I knock out. No, but like when it's tax season, I barely touch my phone because I have to focus. Like if I touch my phone and I go on social media, I'm gonna lose time. So it's like mejor ni me meto because I you know, you just get stuck.
I mean, I'm sure we have like self-control because like if I didn't, like if I had to leave my phone for a bit, like I'm pretty sure I would be fine, you know. But for me to not have social media for a week, 2 weeks,
¿Te mueres?
no me muero, but I would probably be like trying to like check my phone and like I don't even have anything to check, you know? Like when you stop smoking. Yeah.
Well, look at what happened when TikTok went down for a night.
Everybody freaked out.
Everybody
Everyone was looking for the next app to go onto.
Yes,
you know?
it was
like,
insane.
they're like, oh no, this is a new app that we're going to be using. Oh no, es esta. Everyone was freaking out.
Hasta yo, I would go on my phone and I would try to open it from habit, but then it's like it didn't work, and then you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's how I feel it would be if I were to get rid of social media. I would constantly open my phone and
And then be
and be like, I think I'll just check my emails.
Te vamos a quitar social media, Sahara.
That's fine. Nomás no me quiten a que te cuento.
But regardless, we want to continue this, you know, but in a healthy way, without, you know, causing drama for ourselves
Well, that's the thing,
or
though.
others.
Social media could be, hay mucha cosa positiva en social media. You could watch documentaries of very interesting
Well, that's
things
another.
to
I
watch.
think another reason why too TikTok was trying to get shut down because people can say whatever. Like a lot of truth was being spoken, and I think that's what it gets.
But is it really truth? That's
I mean,
the
there's
thing,
a lot of
like,
everything.
There's a lot of
There's
stuff.
also a lot of misinformation.
Yes, it's
people
like a
come here with
Wikipedia.
their freaking tax knowledge, and I'm like, I know, mama. It's like this isn't even true.
And you're like, where'd you hear that on TikTok? So I mean, there is a lot of misinformation and a lot of good information that we get from it. But
yeah,
I mean, I think we're just being fed a bunch of lies, no
Bullshit.
matter what. Yeah. So we just need to like focus on our lives and our people around us, our family, and
Like
just
on what? What do you
lives.
feel you watch that you're like, this is, I should not believe this?
Por ejemplo, like,
I have a good one.
a ver.
Well, I saw this video, exposing a girl who said she got, so you know how there's a bunch of anti-vaxxers and how there's all this anti-vaccine stuff because it's bad for you? Okay, well, there was a girl that went on social media. The news even filmed her. And according to her, she got a vaccine. And after that, she could only walk backwards. And that if she walked forward, she was like not okay. This whole thing got fabricated. It came out of the noticias. Everyone believed it. And it was bullshit. It was all bullshit just to feed the whole anti-vax like platform.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, like down to a newscast being there. And I was just like, okay, you know?
And the sad part, tons of people believe that.
Yeah.
My mom believing that.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
it's not true. And what's scary is that to some extent, our world is backtracking. I mean, I don't really want to get political,
Yes.
but we are backtracking, like with the way, you know, people are being how can I explain it? Like how people are just being judged by how they look, or they assume like, oh, you're brown, you don't have papers, or you know, a bunch of stuff is just taking us back. And obviously these vaccines came into play many, many, many years ago to kill certain viruses to protect us. And now you're going to talk about
You're walking backwards.
you're walking backward. You can only walk back. It was just
Or else
crazy.
if you
And it was
walk
all
forward,
and it
you
was
fall.
all bullshit. And you know, and we all have, I mean, and again, like cada quien, you know, you have your choice on, you know, how many vaccines you want to put or you don't want to put. You could do whatever you want with your kids, but I don't know. It's just scary. Like you could just literally say anything on social media and people are going to be like, yeah, you know, that's true. Like so-and-so.
Yes. Te dije.
Yeah. But I've also seen firsthand that there is negative side effects to some vaccines. Like I had a client who almost died and
Well,
he told me his
yeah.
story and I was just like, oh shit.
But that I feel like that at that point it has to do with like obviously the person alone and like everything
de
else
todo
that they
tiene su
put in their
riesgo.
body.
Like
You know,
even taking medication, it has side effects. Everything has
Yeah.
side effects, you know. I fucking like to eat hot Cheetos. Un día me voy a morir de red, what is it?
40, red 40.
Yes, but what I'm saying is it's just, you know, we can't be too gullible. I don't know where I went. I don't know how I came up with the story right now.
You didn't
I
come
got
up with
here.
it was a true story.
No,
but
it was a true
it was
story. I was
because-
tripping out. I fucking saw it like 2 times. I was like, I can't believe this girl made up this stuff.
And that part, someone to go to that extent
To make
Yes.
something up.
this whole thing.
Yes, and
But
the
that's
news
the thing. That's
went
how
to her
important.
house.
That's how important sometimes like likes and follows are to some people. That they literally have to make something up
I know.
to just get there. Yeah. And us humans, we're just creemos todo, way. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, this is why I don't.
Like, do you
watch
think
Primer
do you
Impacto.
think Earth is flat or round? I think I asked you this already.
Stop it? Did you really? No, you never asked me that. The Earth is round. No
Wrong.
empieces.
Wrong.
Sahara.
Our Earth is flat.
¿Te vas a caer?
I thought you feel that.
I believe it's flat.
Oh my god! You know what? I quit. Let's just shut this shit off right now. I'm questioning everything.
But that's because I've watched a lot of stuff on the internet that like is
A lot of
leading me
social
to
media. You see,
believe
this is
that
why.
like, you know,
This is-
so it's
this-
like, so I don't really know. And like, I'm not gonna know until I get my ass up there and I see it myself and see if it's
So you really
flat
think the world is flat
or round.
Wait, this is serious? Hold on,
Yeah.
somebody help.
I'm serious. I really do believe it's flat. But like I said, until I see it myself, then I will 100% believe it. Ahorita está como que entre 90% por ahí. So yes. And that's how social media
Wow.
works.
Yes,
I grew up being told it was round, and then I watched a bunch of videos of people saying it's flat, and now,
And
I'm
now
on
she
that.
thinks it's flat.
That's a good analogy that you brought it like that. And that's what social media works.
And that's exactly how it, because like I said, o sea, I was introduced, you know, the
The globe.
round globe. Y pues sí, ya después de ver all these videos, all these.
Interesting.
Because I mean, because a part of that no one really knows.
Exactly. Until you
So-
get up there and you see it yourself. But it's like, if I get up there and they pay me a bunch of money to say, oh, the earth is round, I'm going to say it's round, you
But
know?
what would be
Like,
the point of lying about the shape of the earth? Like, what? I'm waiting for
I guess-
some enlightenment right now because I'm tripping the fuck out. Because Sahara is a flat world.
Science says it's round, like if you really put the math and all that.
Yes.
But you can create arguments that it's flat for the reason that no one has really proved it in like has it been recorded? I don't know if it's been recorded or actual.
There's all these satellites that are in the freaking galaxy
satellites.
that you can fucking see. And you-
Don't fool.
I'm not folding because I need to see it, you know? Like,
and he's like, okay, the world is flat.
Ya me convenció. I came here thinking it's oval, but now.
oval. Eddie.
Oh my God, I can't believe this.
What do you guys think? Let us know
I need
below
somebody
in the
to comment
comments.
and
Do you
tell
guys
me
think
what the
our
fuck
earth
is
is
happening.
flat or round? I think it's flat. Yo voto flat. With our with
With the curve at the end? So then what happens at the edge? What happens when you're over here, like in the world? You just fall.
you haven't seen the videos?
What?
Next question.
So do you believe in enanitos too or what?
And
And the
duendes?
little and duendes, yes. I went to a duende museum. And in that moment, I did think they were real. I don't know.
What's a duende? Like literally, like the little.
Like these little duendes that
Like
supposedly
little elves, like little flying little.
like
I do.
And that museum was a trip, and it scared me.
I think
But that's the
And give me
purpose
the
of that museum to show.
the duende.
It's just a
duendes.
duende museum that supposedly there is duendes there, and then they have like a bunch of like
Muñequitos. I have one in my
muñequitos.
desk
Yeah,
because you guys brought
'Cause
me
we
one.
brought some.
They brought me one, and I was like, oh, I got to take care of it now because what if it fucking
comes to life.
yeah.
So do you feed it and the food disappears?
I do give it like a quarter sometimes or chocolate. I don't know if you would see that. I would put like a little chocolate there because I
You're supposed to give it an offering.
You're supposed to give it an offering. I don't believe in like I don't and I do. Like I don't want to disrespect it. And
It's like those things back in the day. If you don't forward.
If you don't forward it, you don't make it 10
Yeah.
times.
yeah, just in case.
Por si acaso.
Just in case I don't feed it or something. Y me jalan los pies en la noche or who knows.
okay.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that we haven't seen that is out there. Like that if it's known of, it's because it's been seen before.
Okay.
Like aliens, like I don't know.
I thought the
fucking-
government already said that aliens were real.
Well, yeah, but it's like for a long time they would be denying it, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like if someone has seen it, it's because it's real.
I mean, I'm sure we're not the only
I've seen 'em. I've seen
we're not the only like human. Well, not human.
The
We're not the only species out there, I'm
species,
sure.
Exactly. Like there's some weird ass bugs out here, you know, for me to believe that there isn't a fucking duende somewhere in like their fucking little tree hut or something hiding or our alien buddies are in the ocean, disque, you know? So it's they can and we didn't know that until
Recently?
So I'm sure there's a lot of stuff out there that is real that
We should look into it and then we'll talk about it on the next pod.
But just that alone, that we only explored like 5% of the ocean. So imagine what's the other,
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
tanto other species that we don't know about.
Like mermaids.
Those are real too. Haven't seen one, but I'm sure they are good. Unicorns.
I mean, I am a unicorn, so
Yes.
we exist. Let's talk about our afters right here. No, I'm just kidding. Just
Partying
kidding, you
and stuff.
guys.
Random when I see that you have the trio right now, I'm like, what's going on?
Well,
Let's-
that's literally how it happens.
Explain to our QTQNTO people about that trio that we had here because
Oh,
we literally
because they
just threw
posted
that
us on
story
the,
on there.
Well, we were hanging out with our
bad.
friends. Okay, well, first of all, I want to clarify something. I love to listen to live music. That is just something that Me encanta. Like, it brings me so much joy, so much happiness. It gives me the dopamine that I need. I don't know if it gives me, like, it reminds me of my childhood because growing up, we always had party. I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. So anyways, on Friday, yo le dije a Sara, hey, let's go, hang out. Let's hang out. We were hanging out with some people. And we were at a restaurant and they had a trio there. And I think that's what sparked well, what if we get our own trio? Because if at a restaurant, ahí vas a gastar un chingo. Like, te van a cobrar $25 a song. And it's just not this. And then you have to be buying drinks there. And, se gasta mucho, ¿verdad?
Se gasta igual lo que vas a pagar en un trío tú sola.
Y una privada y ahí. So then someone was like, well, why don't we hit up Chris? And I was like, yeah, let me just see if he's available. And it just so happened that there's times where, se me pega la loquera and I'm like, oh, hey, so-and-so, are you available today? And he's like, yeah, where at? Where are we doing this? Y se arma la cosa. And it's literally not a lot of people. It's like less than like, I don't know, 5, 6 people. But it's fun. It's cool. It's chill. I don't know. It's a vibe. I'm happy. I'm singing. Estoy cantando. Desahogándome.
Ahí me pegué. I was like, sí.
Sí. I was like, yeah, we're down. And, we make it happen right here in the communal area.
That was fun.
It was fun. And then we were like, oh, we need to post something for QTQNTO so that they don't forget that we're still here. We're still here. We're still here. And then they give us a little shout out. So that was fun. That was cool. Yeah. So that's what happened. I've had a few little, and then my birthday was here.
We've had a couple parties here.
Had a few parties here. Maybe one day I'll invite a viewer. No, just kidding.
one of
our 5 viewers.
Rocio, I know you're watching.
Oh my God. Yeah, but it's fun. It's fun. And, it's just something chill. Para no andar en la calle también,
Yeah, it saves us from drinking and driving.
Yeah, and it's all local and it's fun. But yes, they're very, very impulsive, very last minute. If you.
Well, I do want to let you guys know that I do plan on quitting vaping.
Diles por qué.
Because I got scared. Cindy scared me. She told me that her son's friend is in the hospital because his lungs collapsed.
Yeah. That's not the first time I hear it. And you know what? When I first heard it on TikTok, I was like, well, maybe this isn't true. Because I don't believe everything that I see. Mm-hmm. But now that I know it's happening to someone that we know, it is a little scary.
Well, yeah, like it's someone that's a little closer to like the circle. Yeah. So I've been vaping since high school. And I think it's time that I
cut the cord. Have you vaped?
Cut the cord. Have you that I grow up and
have you vaped in the last? Okay, have you vaped since you found out about that?
Yes. Wow. Yes. Okay, so I have 2 vapes left, and after that, I'm done. So when we come back to the next video,
pobrecita, van a estar twitching.
I'm not scared of the withdrawal because I've quit before. I've stopped before and I do go through it, but it's not something que no puedo ir a desquitarme en el gimnasio and go on like a walk or algo like.
I mean, you're better off doing yourself an actual little weed churrito than the vape.
Yeah, and itself. That's what they told. That's what Cindy told me. That the doctor told her son's friend, like, if you want to smoke, pero que sea like natural. Yeah, like don't be vaping because the battery is what's messing
killing people
up.
Inside.
And since I've been doing it for a long time, I feel like maybe that's a sign, And every time I hit it now, like right now, because I'm trying to finish those before I let them go. But every time I hit it, I'm like, fuck, like I feel guilty. But the goal is to stop after those.
Okay, well, I'm glad you made an announcement here in public.
Yes, that way you guys can hold me accountable.
There's some accountability.
Yes, because I'm trying to take this serious. My sister, like, she did say, like, we are the guinea pigs to this product,
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
The first time I tried this, I was fresh out of high school. It was a little battery. You put the wax in there. And so I was 17, 18. So ya tengo casi 15 años
20,
vaping.
Just kidding.
Yeah, casi 20, So it's all that. Even though I've taken breaks in between.
Yeah. But maybe
I'm
those
sure
breaks
it's
is
still
was what has helped you
not
not
fully
yes,
collapse.
because maybe during those breaks tu cuerpo se está like, you
It
know,
recovers
yeah,
and-
who knows, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how it works either, but that's
No, nunca
I don't
me
want to
envicié con el
know.
vape,
No
so.
quiero saber cómo voy a terminar o cómo voy a estar ya los
Sí, no quieres llegar a ese punto.
50, 60, if I even make it to that age. Because, you know, you just
Yeah,
never know.
I've seen some older folks vaping too, and I'm just like, damn, no, pues cada quien.
That's because it's new in a way.
But they skipped their whole 20s, 30s, 40s. They probably skipped all those years of vaping. So it's
Well,
like
no, there
they're
wasn't
barely-
any vape back.
That's
yeah.
why. Pues por
But I
eso.
have seen in their cincuentones.
So if I keep
yeah.
going desde que empezó the whole
No,
vaping
yeah,
thing,
you're gonna
if
have
I
a
keep
lot
going,
of chemicals in you.
yeah.
Está cabrón.
And then I'm gonna be talking like this.
Oh no, we can't do cuento like that.
No.
It's gonna sound like me when I was all sick.
So well, I mean, after I stopped vaping, like it's not as accessible to me. Like, so for me to step out and smoke a joint, it's gonna take like
A lot.
a lot. It's because I have my kid and I can't just leave him and be like, wait, a fumar, you know?
Yeah.
Or I can't just like smoke during the day when he's there, like watching me. So yeah, as soon as I cut vape, it'll like slow me down on
anything.
the rest too. So sí voy a batallar poquito, pero
Well, I'm happy
It's not
that
like
that you want to stop.
yes, thank you.
It's gonna make you a better
Yeah,
person.
I think it'll definitely make me a better person. It'll help me focus a lot more.
Okay.
And think about when you're going through the withdrawal, that is that. Acknowledge it. Be like, I feel like
Oh, yeah,
shit
yeah.
because of this.
Because of this.
It's not who I am, it's because of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like I've had moments where like I would snap on people and I'd be like, sorry. It's because I'm trying to like I just stopped smoking and it's nothing like
Like it's not personal.
This isn't me. Yeah.
It is.
So
That's scary.
I know es cierto. Yo soy bien nice.
Just kidding. She's a crybaby. And we'll save that for the next episode. Your eyes say she's exposing me.
I'm supposed to look hard as fuck on the internet. I'm
She's
supposed to
not.
look
She's
tough.
soft. Cuando me llegó, estaba toda. What did I say? You were all frozen with no emotions.
Yeah.
I have softened her up.
Yeah, dude, I'm soft as fuck.
I
but
know. She cries now.
On social media, I'm.
Es una
You can't talk
chingona.
to me. Yeah. In real life,
She's crying because of the video she sees on TikTok.
yes.
When the mom popped out of the
No, guys. The other day, Patty walked in on me
in the
in
break
there.
room.
I was in the break room getting my lunch ready to eat, but I'm
Estaba
watching a
llorando.
video, and like I started getting teary,
Teary-eyed.
and then Patty comes in. She's like, "What's wrong?" And I was just like, "Just watch this. Just watch this video." Like, I don't want to hear it though, because I'm gonna start crying.
Yeah. And it was a little boy that hadn't seen his mom in I don't know how long, and the mom was in the box and she popped out. So it was really like, and the little boy está chiquito. So it is heartbreaking. You know, I don't see my son for a few days y me ando muriendo. I can't imagine years, you know, not being able to see your mom.
Oh shit! No, voy a llorar.
But anyways, I have more stories about Sada crying if you guys want to hear about it. Comment down below.
If you want to see, if you want to hear stories about me crying, let us know.
I have them all.
Oh, it's so embarrassing.
But anyways.
I don't cry in front of people.
Yeah, she
Eddie. I do, but only if you know about me.
Only if
go.
you're with
Stop
her
this.
24/7.
Cut
All right.
this. Cut this.
Okay, are we done? Yes.
Oh shit!
I only mentioned it because I think we had told the girls like, what should we talk about? They're like, talk about how Sada cries.
Everyone here's feedback.
Yes, because last time
She had a little moment. Well, it's because her moments usually happen here. This is our safe space.
I have a lot of moments that happen here.
Yes. Yeah. And then last time when we went shopping, on the way back, se puso tristona and she was crying.
I was literally just looking at photos on my phone,
And she was
then
bawling her eyes out, like bawling. And even Annie was like, "Are you serious?" Like she thought that was a joke.
Annie has never seen me cry
Up until that day.
up until that day. She was like, "Wait, are you being serious right now? Like, I don't even know you're being
I think
for
she
real
wanted
right
to
now."
unfriend you in that moment. She was like, "Can I not sit next to her?"
I mean, I feel like I suppress a lot of emotions in general. Like, doesn't matter for like, doesn't matter the reason. Like
You stuffed it back in there.
yeah. Like if I'm sad, I'm not gonna tell you, hey, I'm sad. Like I'm just. So I feel like maybe. Why?
Do you get shut down? Like when you try to express your emotions, that is.
No, I just feel like it's.
I feel like you like to play off the persona that you're hard, so you're not one to be like me duele esto. Lo que sea.
No, I feel like I'm
know.
hard anyway. Like I'm like I'm tough in general, but I just feel like I don't know. I don't talk about my stuff. You know, like my personal stuff. I never. Maybe porque desde chiquita, like I would never like tell people how I felt like. Because I just felt like I was
like you
I
couldn't.
would probably get in trouble.
But honestly, I'm a big chillona, which is why I think I don't have those kind of moments where you just feel like, because I think in the moment when I'm going through something,
like you let it out.
I let it out, or like if like I don't know, I used to cry a lot. Gracias a Dios ahorita, it's not as bad.
Yeah. No, I mean,
but I'm sure there's a lot of I don't know.
Maybe we all just
emotions.
and we just handle emotions differently.
Yeah, but it's okay to cry.
Yeah, it is.
It is. It feels good after, no?
No, it doesn't. I feel like I just want to go hide under like a fucking rock and be like, did I really just fucking cry in front of people? Like,
well, yeah, it only happens in front of us. But you know what I think? I think you only get like this here, so it's not like this is what people like. Yeah, I don't. This is not
that's
someone
true.
That's
like
not I will show
you
to
guys,
anybody.
you guys know me.
Yeah, we're here. We're together a lot.
Like that one time, Cindy, she was like, "Are you okay, Sahara?"
And you started
and then I was like, "No," I just started crying.
That was funny.
That was bad.
But it's because we're together. Like here in this office, we're together all the time.
So we notice
like si alguien anda de malas
or
anda no está bien, like like you can't hide it. And it's better just talk about it and let it out, and then
I can't talk about it. I'm more of like I just want to cry about it.
You want to cry right now?
No.
Your eyes look a little watery.
Now, with that being said, you guys, do not let social media
take over your
lives.
Don't believe everything you see.
Do not hold your emotions in.
Cry it. Let it out.
Go talk to somebody.
A professional.
Let it out.
Follow us.
Subscribe.
Most of all, share. And hopefully we'll be back sooner than later. Yeah. Comments.
We need some comments up in here.